Good day, class. Today we were going to discuss the Forensic 5, Chapter 3, Part 1. Okay, punta tayo sa definition of terms na may encounter natin dito sa Chapter 3 natin. First is the admission. Although alam nyo na tong admission, this is the general term that is a statement of a facts that is partially acknowledgement of guilt and usually given with some justification or exemplification in admitting. So, tandaan nyo lang yung keyword dito na partially or partial acknowledgement of guilt. Okay? Next is the confession. So, di ba admission and confession, lagi nyo yung naririnig pagdating sa mga korte, no? So, admission, inadmit mo na meron kang hindi, not direct, but partially guilty ka. Ano? Kapag kasi direct, yun yung confession. Confession is the direct acknowledgement of guilt. Okay? So, admission, partially lang. Confession, direct. Inamin mo na ikaw mismo like yung pumatay. Okay? Next, deception. Alam nyo na to, yung word na deception, hindi ito mawawala dito sa subject na Forensic 5 natin. Deception is the act of deceiving. Huwag nyo kakalimutan yan ha. Deceiving or misleading. Usually accompanied by lying. So, wag kayong malilito sa deception and lying. Next, the diastolic blood pressure. Mga anak, pag bini-BP kayo, 'di ba? Yung 80/120, ang tawag dito sa baba ay diastolic. Ang tawag dito sa taas ay systolic. So, diastolic refers to the downward, ito yun, downward blood pressure. So, it represents the low pressure to the closing of the valves and the heart relax. Next is the dicrotic notch. This refers to the short horizontal notch in cardiotracing located at the middle of diastolic stem. So, ito yung short horizontal notch. So, di ba kapag meron tayong chart, na-discuss ko na din to di ba ganito yung itsura ng mga chart? Pababa, pataas. So, ang dicrotic notch, pagka ang pataas yung wavelength, is ito yun, no? Yan yun. Diba kapag magtetest tayo ng chemograph, yung mga graph natin may pataas, kapag ka nagbabago yung blood pressure or cardiograph, or yung galvanograph, pababa. So, yung ganan, ito, yan yung mga dicrotic notch. Next, screenshot ko lang. Next is the electrodermal response. Electrodermal response. Electrodermal response, it refers to the human body phenomenon in which the skin changes resistance electrically upon the application of the certain external stimuli. Also referred to a minsan mas kilala din siyang galvanic reflex or galvanic skin response. So, electrodermal response, kaya nga dermal sa skin. Next, the environment. This is the sum of total of the stimulation that a person acquired from time he was conceived, and this is exposure to his surroundings. So, environment, madali na naman intindihin nyo, no? Yung ating kapaligiran, which is yung surroundings. Heredity, alam nyo na po to, naririnig nyo po to, no? Heredity is the transmission yung physical or mental traits natin sa mga magulang natin papunta sa atin. So, this is the transmission, yung mga namamana natin, physical or traits. Okay? Next, interview. Pag interview, simple questioning lang. No? Pag interrogation, force, kailangan mo nang gumamit ng force. Okay? Simple questioning. So, yung tono nyo dito must be willing and cooperative. So, simple questioning. Pag interrogation, kailangan na ng force. Forceful questioning. Okay? Kasi, yung mga pina-force natin na tanungan yung mga taong is reluctant to divulge information. Okay? And lying. Kaya nga nang sabi ko, sa deception, kaakibat niya palagi ang lying. Pag malilito sa lying and deception, lying is the act of uttering or conveying the falsehood. Okay? Baka nakakalimutan nyo na yung mga meaning na to last time ha. So, it is the act of uttering or conveying the falsehood or creating a false or misleading impression with the intention of affecting wrongfully. Okay? Next is the normal and specific response. Normal response and specific response. Alam nyo na to. Pag normal, this is refers to an activity or inhibition of a previous activity of an organism or a part of organism resulting from stimulation. So, it will result from the stimulation. And kapag specific response naman, this is referred to the response given by the subject which considered a deviation from normal tracing or norms of the subject. Tandaan nyo lang ha, pag sinabing normal, specific. Pag sinabing specific is normal. Yun lang, magkabaliktaran lang sila ng meaning. Next is the stimulus. Na-discuss ko na din to. It refers to a force or the motion. This is the force or the motion of coming from the environment in which an organism has a tendency to arouse. And the systolic. Okay? The systolic. Ito yung systolic ha. Systolic and diastolic. Systolic is the upward blood pressure. Next, punta na tayo sa polygraph instrument. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo na kailangan kabisan natin yung mga polygraph instrument kung saan natin yung ikakabit and ano yung pagkakasunod-sunod pag kinabit siya at ano din yung pagkakasunod-sunod pag tinanggal siya. And even sa chart ng chemograph, ano yung magkakasunod-sunod doon and ano yung color niya pagdating sa chemograph. So, a preview for the polygraph instrument. The polygraph instrument has undergone a dramatic change in the last decade. So, for many years, polygraphs were those instruments that you see sa mga movies, yung may mga little needles na scribbling lines, yung may mga single stripe pagdating sa scrolling paper. So, they are called the analog polygrams. So, dati yun yung tawag natin, analog polygraphs. But today, most polygraph tests are administered with a digital equipment. So, the scrolling paper has been replaced, pinalitan siya ng sophisticated algorithms and computer monitors. So, the modern or the scientific methods have been devised utilizing the knowledge of the physical, psychology, pharmacology, and toxology, and etc. in determining whether the subject is telling truth or not. So, although a scientific method of deception or the detection has not yet attained, so legal recognition to have the results admissible as an evidence in a court. So, they have been considered very useful as aids pagdating sa criminal investigation. So, the polygraph instrument, usually, it will measure ng 4 to 6 physiological reaction. So, 4 to 6 physiological reactions. So, this 4 to 6 physiological reaction ay nare-record siya sa 3 medical instrument or yung polygraph machine natin. So, these are the 3 different medical instruments that are combined in one machine. Older polygraph machines were equipped with the long strips of paper that move slowly beneath and that recorded our various physiological response. Okay? So, it can detect daw, the polygraph machine can detect 4 to 6 physiological reactions. So, tatlo yung equipment. Ano ba yung equipment na yon? The cardiograph, the pneumograph, and the galvanograph. Ang cardiograph yung nilalagay sa ating yung pag nagbi-BP tayo, So, sorry for the noise kasi nandito ako sa amin, So, pagpasensyahan nyo na. And the pneumograph, ito yung kinakabit sa dibdib. Yung BPI sa braso. And the galvanograph, ito yung kinakabit sa ring and middle finger natin. Sa index pala, sa index and sa ring finger. Okay? So, the newer equipment uses transducer to convert the information to the digital signals that can be stored on computers and analyzed using sophisticated mathematical algorithms. So, the polygraph is used to test the questions individual for the purpose of detecting the deception or para ma-verify kung tama yung sinasabi. So, it's either through visual, permanent, or simultaneously recording of a person's cardiovascular, which is the cardiograph, and the respiratory, the pneumograph, and the minimum instrumentation required. So, a polygraph commonly referred to a lie detector. Mas kilala siyang lie detector. But it is an instrument that measure and record the physiological response. Okay, lagi nyo lang tandaan yun mga anak ha. Ang polygraph ay mas kilala bilang lie detector pero again yung polygraph hindi niya basta-basta masasabi kung nagsisinungaling ka o hindi. But this instrument is pang-record lang yan. Pang-record ng physiological response. Ano ba yung mga physiological response? The blood pressure, the pulse, the respiration, and the skin conductivity. So, dati daw, ang polygraph daw ay yung old ay may mga long strip paper. So, slow to, mabagal. And it record also the physiological. So, yung ngayon daw, it uses the transducer, to convert sa digital signal. And it is with the use of also para ma-analyze siya, gumagamit din ng mathematical algorithm. So, while the subject is asked and answer a series of questions, so on the basis that the false answer will produce distinctive measurement, the polygraph measures the physiological changes caused by sympathetic nervous system during the questioning. So, these physiological response were recorded by the 4 major components of polygraph. So, ano ba yung mga 4 major components of polygraph? First is the pneumograph. Diyan lang po lagi iikot sa 4 na to. Pneumograph component, ito yung breathing and respiratory ha. Breathing and respiratory na kinakabit sa ating dibdib. Tube lang yan na kinakabit. Next is the cardiograph. Ito yung pang BP. The galvanograph sa skin, sa index and the ring finger natin. Galvano. And the chemograph, Ito yung chemograph and inking record. Dito makikita. Or yung mas kilala bilang, yung gagamitin natin kasi ay laptop. Dun makikita yung graph. No? Kung nagsisinungaling or hindi, kung may nagbabago o wala. So today, polygraph examiner uses two types of instrumentation. So today daw, ang ginagamit ay analog. Analog, which is the chemograph, and computerized, which is yung may monitor or yung may laptop. So sa US, yun ang ginagamit ha. Computerized. So, how does the polygraph instrument work? So, paano po gumagana ang polygraph? The polygraph simultaneously record a various physiological phenomena by means of horizontal chemograph. So, the resulting polygram indicates tracing of external and respiration in the thoracic and abdominal. So, saan kinakabit yung pneumograph? Sa thoracic and abdominal. Yung tube ha, sa thoracic and sa abdominal. So, cavities by means of pneumograph tambur assemble and the systolic and diastolic contraction of the heart. So, sa cardiograph is the systolic and diastolic. So, as well as the pulse fluctuation with the resistance of sphygmomanometer and the psychogalvanic response, skin response by means of the instrument connected electronic sensor fixed to the person. So each phenomenon is recorded by a hollow tube ink style moving across horizontal and vertical ruled by the driven asynchronous electronic monitor. So dito na yon yung galvanograph, may electronic monitor na may pataas, may pababa. So the galvanograph, yan yung nilalagay sa finger ha, sa index and sa ring finger. So, what is the tripod foundation of the polygraph technique? Tandaan, the tripod foundation of the polygraph technique is the MPP. MPP, tandaan lang ha, MPP. MPP, mechanical basic premises, and the physiological basic premises, and psychological basic premises. Pag sinabi nating mechanical basic premises, the polygraph machine is mechanically capable of making graphical records containing the reliable information regarding sa physiological changes. And pag physiological basic premises naman, among the physiological changes that may be recorded and identified are those that automatically occur only in the following simultation and the specific nervous system component, or from which simultation is the specific nervous system can be reliable or diagnosed. And the psychological naman, it is under the polygraph leg premises and the specific nervous system component saan whose the stimulation can thus diagnose are so stimulated. So, by the use of the involuntary mental and emotional processes of the individual who is consciously attempting concealment or the deception, are especially if that individual has something at the stake and the prevailing circumstances leave him, or it can lead him to believe that those exposure to detection is a quite possible through the undesirable. So, pasok tayo sa what is the physiological phenomenon, or what are the physiological phenomena as basis of detecting deception as per the tripod foundation. So, first, tatlo lang ulit yan, is the blood pressure and the heartbeat frequency. Second is the breathing as a means of deception. And last is the electrodermal response. Paano uli kapag Okay. Ayan. Paano uli kapag anong instrument sa polygraph kapag BP and heartbeat frequency yung i-measure is the cardiograph. And the breathing is the pneumograph. Electrodermal, pag may dermal, galvanograph. Okay? First is the blood pressure. The blood pressure or the heartbeat frequency, it increase of blood pressure and the heartbeat frequency following the relevant question, and the suppression in breathing are the criteria for detecting of deception. So, pag magbago yung systolic and diastolic is, una, i-BP muna siya. Ano yung normal na BP niya? Pangalawa, kapag binipi siya uli, ay nag-iba, edi may tendency na nagsinungaling siya kasi bakit tataas yung blood pressure mo? Ba't ka ma-high blood? So, again, ang normal na BP ng tao ay 120/80. Okay? So, the ink curve as shown as the heartbeat recorded on a moving graph. The paper or the polygraph represent the beat frequency or the pulse, and the two pressure or the blood pressure. A systolic nga ang sinasabi ko, siya yung high pressure, and the diastolic is the low pressure. So, the heart is an automatic organ that continues to beat even removed from the body of a provided with the proper blood. So, the rate and the force of the heartbeat as regulated by the two sets of nerve, the sympathetic set and the cranial autonomic system. Okay po. So, next is the breathing as means of detecting deception. So, dalawa lang to. Pag inspiration, inhale. Inspiration, inhale. Expiration, exhale. Okay? And the next is the electrodermal response. This is the most current popular name for the human body phenomenon in which the body, mainly the skin, it changes the resistance electrically upon the application of certain external stimuli. It consists the two categories, yung normal response and abnormal response. Yung abnormal response, yun yung nagsisinungaling kasi bakit biglang mag-iiba yung response mo from normal to abnormal. Next, ano yung example kung bakit tayo nagkakaroon ng abnormal response? Bakit na-detect na dito sa electrodermal response natin minsan ang pagiging abnormal? Example of the abnormal response. First is the machine fright response. So, syempre dahil wala kang knowledge sa ikakabit sa'yo, no, natatakot ka. Kaya kakabahan ka. Gaya nun, parang nung OJT days namin, may to the echo. So, ang dami kasing kinakabit sa katawan, natakot ako. So, syempre, nag-iba din talaga yung tibok ng puso ko. And then, yung naging result doon, meron daw ako sa heart na something. So, nagpa-second opinion ako, and the result naman is okay, no? So, yun din, maaring yun din na maging example ng isang abnormal response. Kung takot ka sa machine, o kaya hindi mo alam yung polygraph machine, natatakot ka. Hindi ka naman pala talaga takot sa mga itatanong sa'yo or sa magiging test, takot ka sa machine. Next, the physical movement response. So, minsan, dito may iwasan kasi maraming mga taong galaw ng galaw. Masyadong magalaw. Or kaya abnormal sila, kaya masyadong magalaw sila. So, hindi sila fit para mag-polygraph test kapag ganun So, that is the cause of the voluntary physical movement of the subject. So, next is the outside interference. Syempre, dapat yung magiging, pag nagkanda kayo ng polygraph machine, syempre, dapat nasa room kayo na maayos and hindi rinig yung outside or soundproof. Para hindi mo rinig yung mga nag-uusap sa labas. So, para lang yan sa school kapag ka may dumadaan habang nagkaklase yung teacher, di ba, nagkakaroon ng interference kasi nga, medyo nadidistract tayo sa mga nasa labas. And 4, ito nga yung sinasabi ko, is the mental tie-up response. The mental tie-up response. So, dito naman, this interfering response which originate between the step 2, sabay-sabay na to, the machine pride and the emotions reaction chain, or the other name is the guilt complex. Guilt complex. Guilt complex. And last is the deception response. So, dito naman sa deception response is the abnormalities as a result of a telling a lie, more on psychological and such also accompanied by the physical changes. So, the deception response, dalawa yan ha. Physical and psychological. Because yan yung mga abnormalities na nararamdaman ng mga nagsisinungaling. So, yun lang naman yung part 1. So, for more part 2 to 4 rather, siguro magpo-4 yun. Part 2 to 4 ay to follow sa mga next meeting natin. So, hope na may natutunan ang mga bawat isa sa atin. Pag may tanong ay i-PM lang si ma'am at i-chat. So, thank you po.